For a ban on CSK, Rahul Mehra, activist lawyer in the Supreme Court. Against a ban is Shishir Hattangadi, former cricketer. For a ban is Kishore Bhimani, senior sports journalist. Against a ban is Atul Wassan. Against a ban is Sumanth Raman. Atul Wassan, former Indian cricketer. Sumanth Raman, sports commentator. Why are you against a ban, Mr. Raman? Let's start with you. I mean, after this evidence, the obvious thing is ban.
No. First of all, there are two things. One is the owner of CSK being Gurunath Meiyappan. The Mudgal committee report itself has already said that it has not been established that he is an owner, but it has been established fairly.
Oh, so you're going into this whole ownership issue. But the Mudgal...
One minute, Arnab. Let me just... No, 1 second. Let me just complete the point. The second part is the assumption that if Mr. Gurunath Meiyappan is convicted of betting, there is an automatic disqualification of CSK is not correct. Unfortunately, that is not what the rule says. The rule
Why betting is okay?
The IPL governing council...
Betting is okay.
No, I'm not saying betting is okay.
Betting is normal.
I'm not saying betting is okay. But all I'm saying is the rule does not say that disqualification is automatic.
I'm not sure about that.
It is for the IPL governing... No, the IPL governing council can take action including disqualification of the franchise. But it doesn't mean that because Mr. Meiyappan, if it's proven that he's an official and not the owner, he's not a shareholder in India Cements, and India Cements owns CSK, the Mudgal interim report also says...
So what do you want? No, see, what do you want? You're saying disqualification. So what's it? You're saying disqualification, not necessarily any punishment possible. So you're saying... By your logic, let's open the debate. By your logic, Mr. Sumanth Raman, with all respect, CSK can be told to give a 10 paisa fine. That's also enough, right? I mean, since you're saying there is no degree of punishment that is necessary.
But all I'm saying is
that tell Srinivasan, tell Meiyappan to pay 10 paisa fine.
Automatic disqualification.
Okay, automatic disqualification not necessary.
At this point, automatic.
Opposite point of view, Rahul Mehra. Rahul Mehra, opposite point of view, he wants a ban. Rahul, hi, good evening. You want a ban? You heard Mr. Raman. You have a counter view.
Hi, unfortunately, I really can't make out. The audio quality is very bad. And there is a lot of echo, but still I'll try to manage to put my point across to you. The issue is the following. There is absolutely no law under which BCCI falls. There is absolutely no accountability, therefore, and that is resultant of the lack of transparency in its functioning. Now, if you see, the rules which have been laid down in the IPL itself very clearly specify that in case of any involvement of the owner or a franchisee in such kind of bettings and illegal activities, there would be a suspension. Why is it that there is one set of law for the Rajasthan Royals which were suspended earlier, although not because of betting but otherwise? There have been other franchises which have been suspended. There have been a couple of franchises which have been terminated. But why is it that the CSK is a holy cow?
Yeah, why CSK the holy cow?
The reason for that is there is a huge conflict of interest because the son-in-law's father-in-law is the man who's all pervasive. Earlier he was the BCCI chief. Now he's running world cricket. Therefore, there is absolutely no accountability. And the
okay, Atul Wassan counter that. Atul Wassan counter that. Atul Wassan counter that.
Hand in the till out here.
Okay, Atul Wassan counter that. I'll try and get your audio fixed in the meantime.
I got it.
And if I may use
no, 1 second. One of you.
In ensuring that this man has a free run.
Okay.
With the intervention of the Honorable Supreme Court.
Okay, here is.
Man had to be curbed.
What's it, Rahul? Rahul, Atul wants to demolish your argument. Let him. Yes, go ahead, Atul.
The very same doctored electoral college of BCCI.
We've discussed all these things before. And
1 second, Rahul. Rahul, Atul Wassan says you're saying nothing new. Atul Wassan says you're saying nothing new.
I agree. He's not saying anything new.
What are we discussing today?
Should CSK be banned? That's what we are discussing.
On the outset, let me just say that I agree that there was something which was malified that occurred when a quasi-owner, as it's been painted out to be, was involved. I've got no doubt that he was betting. I am not sure whether it was match.
Which in your view is okay. An owner can bet is okay. For Atul Wassan, it's okay.
It's not okay. I'm just justifying why I'm not in the favor of banning a team and taking out and taking.
So you want the 10 paisa fine?
Affecting thousands of people just because for misdemeanors of couple of people.
Couple of people, not a quasi owner. It's not a couple of people. It's an owner.
No, okay. Well, okay, I got it.
No, it's
so
not the
one
owner.
man
It's
makes
not
a
the
mistake.
owner.
Of course it is. It's a quasi-owner. Atul Wassan says a quasi-owner.
It's okay, fine.
All of you
Okay,
taking
anyway,
a
let's not go into that
pro-establishment
debate
point of view
already.
tonight.
Please
You're
discuss
welcome.
that, please.
Kishore Bhimani won't.
Let's discuss what's happened today. Let's discuss what has happened today. So I'm just saying that, I made my point why I'm not in the favor of Chennai Super King being suspended or eliminated. My point is that who made the rules of the IPL? It's not the government of India rules. Who's going to interpret them?
Oh God.
Not the government of India.
Oh, so it's a ruleless.
How it goes along. This
oh
is what
God.
it is about.
This is.
It says
Oh
that, okay,
God.
something has been
Oh
done wrong.
God. Kishore Bhimani is laughing at you, Atul Wassan. Yes, Kishore Bhimani. Why are you laughing at Atul Wassan?
This is unbelievable.
Yeah,
Who
it
made
is.
the rules? It's not a government of India rule. Today, this man,
No, I'm not saying make the rules, but this is going to happen.
of every law under the sun.
Why is this happening? Yeah.
My point is that Gurunath Meiyappan is not just been betting. He is indulging in a conflict of interest, insider trading, knowing something, betraying the team's interest, sitting in the dugout, being at the nets, traveling with the team, being at the practice sessions, and revealing all this to bookmakers, based on that betting lakhs of rupees and saying this is a friendly bet with a friend. Oh, come on. This is ridiculous. That man is
How did he compromise the team?
and everybody who in the business
knowing
knows
the
these are
information and making a personal gain. How did he compromise the team? Please explain to me.
Oh, so you
Did he
can
ask
make a
somebody to underperform? Do we know that? Have you heard about that?
Oh, how did he compromise the team? Okay, so you know what? You know what? No, you know what? I have a suggestion. I have a suggestion for Atul Wassan. I have a suggestion for Atul Wassan.
He made an extra bet.
I have a suggestion for Atul Wassan. Atul Wassan. Atul Wassan. Let's make a coffin. Let's watch Atul Wassan. Atul Wassan. 1 second, Kishore Bhimani. Atul Wassan. Let's make a coffin. Let's emboss on the coffin, right? The alphabets ETHICS, 6 alphabets, ethics, and then let's formally bury ethics.
Yeah.
After that, let's do this debate.
Yeah,
Because, by the way, also, going by your argument, there are 2 private citizens in India. There are 2 people in India who, when they want, become private citizens. One is Robert Vadra, other is Gurunath Meiyappan. When you want, you're a private citizen. When you're an owner and you're a member of the, a political dynasty. I know what you're getting my point. You're just in denial tonight, Atul Wassan. 1 second. We're getting Shishir Hattangadi who's against the ban.
I'm just
Shishir Hattangadi is against the ban. Why?
On the point is that what
I'm welcoming this debate on who's against the ban. I'm also into the debate now. Let's debate this. Yes, Shishir Hattangadi, why are you against the ban, Shishir?
Whoever told you that I'm against the ban?
I was told you're against the ban. Clearly, you've changed your position as the debate's gone on.
And the rule book. Not at all, Arnab. I've never been against anything that is against the rule book. I'm very clear about one thing, that if proven and if the law 11.3c is to be respected, and this is something that the IPL governing council has drafted before the IPL was played in the first year, then you have to go by the rule book. Otherwise, you can defend the indefensible time and time again, but you have to keep the reputation of the game, and this is supposed to be perceived as a great game and a great tournament in India. You want to maintain the credibility of this game, then you have to take some harsh decisions, and that means that if proven, then you have to ban a team, because the rule book says that. I'm not saying it, you're not saying it, it's the rule books that say it. But if you want to respect the rule book, go ahead and take the decision.
Therefore, we have diametrically opposite points of view of Sumanth, Raman on the one side, right? And Shishir Hattangadi and Rahul Mehra on the other.
He's stating that the rule book does not say automatic disqualification anywhere. Please, any of you are welcome to go through the rule book where it says the moment any of the team officials is convicted of betting.
Mr. Raman, you're wrong. Mr. Raman, you're wrong. Mr. Raman, you're wrong.
No, I am right.
Oh, yes, you're wrong, Mr. Raman.
Action including disqualification. Action including disqualification.
No, 1 second. So you are saying 10 paisa fine or disqualification?
Action.
You're saying 10 paisa fine or disqualification?
Include disqualification. It doesn't mean it's only.
Which means today. Mr. Raman.
Rajasthan Royals have got 3 players who've been arrested.
Arnab, can I ask you a question?
And the same Mudgal report.
Okay, can I ask you a question,
they need to be.
If by the same rule, captain of the Pakistani team was caught cheating, should we have disqualified the whole Pakistan cricket team when Salman Butt went to prison? Please tell me. Do we want to hamper the careers of 20-30 people just for mistakes?
No, I'll tell you why your argument is wrong. No, 1 second. I'll tell you why your argument is wrong. And I'll throw that argument back at you. Today, Mr. Atul Wassan makes a weak and feeble attempt to ask me a question. Let's demolish Atul Wassan's question. Atul Wassan says, if by your same logic, Rahul Mehra, come into the debate, don't hold yourself back. Since you joined the Aam Aadmi Party, you've become softer. My question to Atul Wassan is this. Atul Wassan, thank God you're smiling, Rahul. Atul Wassan says, if a member of the Pakistani team was caught betting, would you disqualify the Pakistani team?
No,
My counter question to Atul Wassan is this. Please tell me, sir, by that logic, who is the son-in-law of the owner of the team of Pakistan? Does that Pakistani team have a son-in-law?
Well, how does it matter?
How does it matter? It matters because there's an official.
So why? We're just saying that.
Do you have an answer to that?
Because one man made a mistake.
Not one man. Not one man. The owner of the team.
Everybody.
The effective owner of the team.
So how does it matter? Effective owner of the team. Anyway, one man made a mistake. Fine.
No.
How do you just?
It's not one man's mistake. Shishir Hattangadi wants to come back. Kishore Bhimani is wanting to come in for a long time, so I go to Shishir first. Yeah. Shishir, one sec.
It's not about one man. It's not about one man. Arnab.
Let me just say this.
Arnab, it's not about one man. It's about stakeholders. It's about franchisees. They are the ones who pay the salaries. They are the ones who buy the players. They control the concept of the IPL. It's not about the players. Please try and understand. It's about the various franchises that control the IPL. And if anybody has to be concerned about this, it's not you and me. It's the other franchisees who are in the fray. The other franchisees who are stakeholders. They need to take this up and say, look, this is the rule book. The rule book says only 4 foreigners allowed. I can step onto the field with 5 and say, oh, sorry, I made a mistake. So is it okay? Are you going to forgive me for that?
Make one point.
As of now, those who are for the ban have clearly got an upper hand in this debate.
Two of them are being investigated by the Enforcement Directorate. One of them has been declared a willful defaulter. They have not brought the game into disrepute. Mr. Meiyappan alone has brought the game into disrepute by betting.
Mr. Sampath,
fabulous.
Mr. Sumanth, Raman, let me give you a counter view. One second. Rahul, coming to you. Now it has been established that Meiyappan was passing on information, right? It has been established that was his voice in the tapes. By extension, the spotlight turns to CSK. The Mudgal committee report clearly establishes, Mr. Raman, that Gurunath Meiyappan was a team official of Chennai Super Kings, and more crucially, it appears to me you have not read the Mudgal committee report, which is unfortunate, Mr. Raman. More crucially,
I have read it fully.
No, then let me quote it for you. Let me refresh your memory. It says, please, quote unquote, that, quote, the franchisee owner of CSK is responsible for failing to ensure that Mr. Meiyappan team officials had complied with the BCCI anti-corruption code, the IPL operational principles, the IPL regulations, and hence the franchisee's actions are in violation of section 4.4 of the IPL operational rules and clause 11.3 of the franchisee's agreement. 1 minute, let me complete. Now that you've realized your mistake, let me further enlighten you that clause 11.3 of the franchisee's agreement concerns the termination of franchisees in the event of any violation of the clause. Mr. Bhimani, why is Mr. Raman in behaving like Alice in Wonderland?
I will.
No, not at all.
If you give me 1 minute, Arnab, I'd like to answer Mr. Raman.
Go ahead.
If you just give me 1 minute, all I want to tell you is, it is not one man who is at fault. It is the whole systemic problem that today the owner of a team meaning both Srinivasan and Meiyappan, Mr. Srinivasan defends him and says he's not an owner, which is in itself a bad thing. The man who's committed the crime is not just been betting. He's letting the team down. He's given inside information. Somebody like Rajat Gupta paid the price around the world. Anybody who gives away information like that is wrong. Number one. Number two, that this rule which says, it doesn't say automatic disqualification. Who cares whether it says or not? Today, as you said, Arnab, ethics, ETHICS, the ethics of the game demand that the clause 11.3 subsection C is there so that these things don't happen. What happened when Raj Kundra was found betting? They came down on him like a ton of bricks, and Raj Kundra was only betting. And today we are talking about a
I think Mr. Wassan and Mr. Raman have conceded the debate.
Just banning the 1 minute. You're also suggesting that we ban Rajasthan Royals.
I'm right.
You're also suggesting that becomes automatic then. If CSK can be banned for betting, then obviously 3 players of Rajasthan Royals, that's fixing. That's 10 times worse than betting.
For betting,
so
Mr.
obviously
Raman.
you mean
It
that
is not
Rajasthan
for
Royals
betting.
also goes out of the IPL.
It is not for betting.
No,
it is for insider trading. It is for betraying the team. It is for letting the side down. It is for giving information which is secret.
No, but if he's betraying the team...
Justice Mudgal has very
clearly said
he has not been established even once. In fact, he's been very, very scathing of the Mumbai police, where he said that the investigation has been extremely selective, and he has said the Justice Mudgal Committee report is very clear on facts. He has very clearly said there is no case where inside information seems to have been passed on as a tip to bookies. Most of it has been information in the public domain.
I'm not even arguing about that.
Atul Wassan.
I actually surrender that, I agree that there was match fixing, there was whatever it was, everything
but it's
was
okay.
bad happening. My point is that how can you penalize 500
Rahul,
people,
Mehra,
the team, the players, the support staff, if there is a misdemeanor by 3-4 people? How can because there are 5-7 owners, their families, their extended team. If somebody goes wrong, you just ban the team.
Because Rahul Mehra,
believe in anarchy.
Rahul Mehra, come and respond to Atul Wassan. Why do you want to penalize the whole team for what a private citizen has done? Atul Wassan's last remaining argument on the Newshour tonight, because Atul Wassan knows more than anyone else that there was an systematic attempt to distance Gurunath from the CSK, an attempt completely exposed by facts.
Yes,
and Atul Wassan knows.
That was wrong.
Well, it was wrong. Everything is wrong, but let them off.
I agree to that.
Rahul Mehra.
I have absolutely nothing to say to the likes of Gavaskar, Shastris and the Wassans, because they are his master's voice.
His master's voice?
The cricketers themselves are the ones who had been asked to bend, and they are lying prostrate before BCCI because of their commercial interests and other interests. So I won't comment on that. But all I want to say is, it is not the players
Mr.
itself,
Wassan.
but it is about, look at the person. N. Srinivasan was the one who diverted the issue, who made sure that the Twitter account, which showed that Meiyappan is a cricket, the franchisee owner, he's the part of the management, was made to lie. It was at his behest that his captain, the CSK, and the Indian team captain Dhoni was made to, say that these many words before the committee, which was appointed by Supreme Court, that Meiyappan had nothing to do with the team management. Now, if the conflict of interest can allow you to protect your son-in-law to such an extent that you also ask the captain of the Indian team and the CSK team to lie before a commission, God save Indian cricket. And which is why I say that the politicians must be out, because it is the powers that be, the likes of the Jaitlis, the Shuklas, the Sharad Pawars, the Farooq Abdullahs, who have not allowed India, despite the match-fixing scandal in the year 2000.
I have one last question.
The CBI scathing report in 2000 saying that there is no law for betting or fixing, despite the fact they have for 15 years not provided an anti-corruption law, anti-betting law, anti-fixing law, and thus have protected all these people to continue with the facade, to continue with the illegal activities, so that they are never caught. And what is preventing the new government and what prevented the old government for giving India an anti-betting and anti-gambling and anti-fixing law is something which defies logic.
Last question.
These are the very same people.
Can I have a last question?
Who are in the corridors of power of BCCI.
Can I have a last question?
Them.
Can I have a last question tonight? I want a last question. My last question is to Rahul, not to Rahul, to Atul Wassan and Mr. Raman, who I must say very valiantly have tried to fight for Gurunath Meiyappan tonight.
I'm not fighting for Gurunath Meiyappan.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Don't get provoked.
I am merely stating.
It's all right, Mr. Raman. Don't get provoked.
We the moral one.
Answer the question, Mr. Raman. Yeah, 1 second.
Go ahead.
My last question to you is, therefore, by your logic, esteemed sirs, you are saying that all sons-in-laws and daughters-in-laws and children and grandchildren and foster grandchildren and parents and grandparents and uncles and aunts and nephews and nieces of all team owners have a legitimate right to bet.
Not at all.
Oh, so Gurunath is the only
If
one.
Mr. Gurunath Meiyappan...
Gurunath is the only one allowed to bet.
Gurunath Meiyappan bet,
nobody.
He needs to be...
Oh, so this is special status.
Come on,
To
what
say-
is
How unfair to all the sons-in-laws and nephews and nieces and
Please,
grandchildren and grandnephews of all
They
other
not
team
have known
owners.
about Mr.
No, can I
Meiyappan's
say
Why
bet.
should they not be allowed to bet if Gurunath Meiyappan has the right to bet?
No, please.
And why should they not be allowed to bet? Then in that case, Gurunath Meiyappan
I
is
think
a...
why we're
betting
missing
he
the
needs,
point. You know, the
whatever
whole point is
law,
that
action
do
has
we
to be taken
penalize
against
the
him, has to
whole
be taken for his
institution
betting.
for wrong done by one or two
Mr.
persons?
Raman and
That's the
Mr.
point.
Atul Wassan, it's time to introspect tonight.
Please listen
I
to
thank
me.
you all and let the viewers decide which side won this debate. Thank you for joining me on debate number 2 on the Newshour tonight. Thank you.